It turned out to be a beautiful day for much of eastern Carolina. Donnie, we haven't seen as much rain, which we saw certainly yesterday.
Well, the last couple of days we've certainly seen our share of rain, nearly 2 or 3 inches in some of those downpours. But today, a little less, and you can even see the sunshine trying to get through the surface at Chocowinity. This is Cypress Landing Marina. It's 84 degrees. You can see a few clouds off in the distance, but still nice day and temperatures in the 80s. So it definitely has been a nice afternoon with those temperatures still below normal, but warming up into the 80s. That makes a great trip to the pool or the beach, and without the rain and thunderstorms, that helps as well. You can see the light green. That indicates the light rain pushing across to the east, mainly in the north right now in Terrell and Hyde County. A light shower. Then as you make your way over toward Hoboken and Lowland, you're going to see some of these come in your direction in a couple of minutes. You do see some more back to the west, though, as we get just south of Raleigh. Otherwise, for the rest of the evening hours and into tomorrow, looks like that we'll see the clouds around, and then during the afternoon tomorrow, we start to build the rain showers and some thunderstorms and downpours back into the picture in the afternoon that may stick around until middle of the evening or so. Temperatures tonight, though, dropping back into the 70s, the upper 70s, and we're not going to drop much below that overnight, so it's going to be another warm and muggy night. And when we come back, we'll break down the latest that you can expect with Aaron making his way across the Atlantic and the changes that we could see over the weekend.
Tonight at 6, News 12 is helping families get ready for the first day of school. In Martin County, the Back to School Bash is changing locations. It'll now be held at the East End School on 3rd Street in Robertsonville. The bash was originally set to take place at the old ballpark. It's tomorrow from 6 to 8 at night. Having the right school supplies is a key component to student success. Several drives are happening across eastern Carolina.
And you can help students in need this school year. News 12's Elena Laster is live at the Walmart in Havelock with a drive happening now.
Tyler, Val, I am at that Walmart here in Havelock with Police Chief Mike Broadwell. Chief, tell me a little bit about what we're doing here today.
Yeah, we're here today stuffing the police car with school supplies for our local schools here in Havelock.
Absolutely, and you can see behind us a little bit, those cars are already starting to get full. We've had plenty of donations. Why is it so important to have these donations from the community?
Yeah, you know, every year we see on the news where teachers, they don't have enough supplies for their classrooms, and so this is just our way to do a little bit for them and just give back to our community.
Absolutely, and how long will we be out here today?
We're here from 5 to 8 o'clock.
Awesome. Like he said, stay tuned. You can come on out till 8 o'clock tonight to make those donations. For now, live in Havelock, I'm Elena Laster, News 12.
Great to see so much generosity. Also this Saturday, you can help Craven County Partners in Education with the Stuff the Bus Drive in New Bern. It's happening at the Staples on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. It starts at 10 in the morning and collections end at 2 in the afternoon. They're asking for things like backpacks, batteries, pencils, earbuds, notebooks, and more. Gift cards are also accepted.
Last year we gave over 200 boxes of supplies to our 25 schools, which meant the children, we served about 750 children who are in need. The economy, groceries, everything is so expensive, and then you add on school supplies, they're no different, they're equally expensive.
And if you can't make it to the event Saturday, there are a lot of businesses in the New Bern area where you can drop off your donations through Friday.
In Greene County, the Board of Education is still accepting donations for the Back to School Bash. It's Saturday from 10 until noon at Greene County Middle School in Snow Hill. Officials tell us you can help by sponsoring a backpack, donating school supplies, or filling and donating a backpack. You can drop off supplies at the Greene County Board of Education in Snow Hill. The drop-off hours are from 8 in the morning until 5 at night. The last day to donate is tomorrow. Also Saturday, community members in Morehead City can support students with the Stuff the Cruiser event. Morehead City Police will host the drive at the Walmart Supercenter. It's from 10 until 2. They're asking for resources to help teachers in the classroom. Things like baby wipes, expo markers, and more. You can also drop off donations before the event at the police department or the library. This is through Friday.
And leaders with Carteret County Public Schools held another successful school supply distribution event this morning. It was free, where county K through 12 students could pick up whatever they needed for the school year. It happened at Parkview Baptist Church in Morehead City. Students were able to receive free school supplies, backpacks, even free shoes and haircuts.
Just to see this little bit of help can provide, just maybe providing some jeans, providing, giving them a start back to school haircut, just even the number of supplies and the backpacks that we're able to provide goes a long, long way. And just to see the smile on kids' faces and stuff like that is amazing.
And a big number to report tonight. Organizers say they gave away nearly 700 backpacks to students. The first day back for Carteret County students is August 25th. And some students in Pamlico County went back to school today.
News 12 was there for Arapahoe Charter School's first day of school. More than 500 students in grades kindergarten through 12th were on the campus today. Arapahoe is one of the oldest charter schools in our state, beginning its 29th year of operation.
Like a family reunion this morning. Everybody was excited to see everybody and just get back in the groove of school.
The school renovated its gym, as you can see right here, and has even added an Arapahoe house system. Kids will be divided into 4 groups. That allows them to earn points for their team if they do something good in the classroom. The winning team will get a reward at the end of the year. Wishing them a great year.
Oh yes, a lot of fun. Well, still ahead tonight, a man now facing charges after a weekend shooting.
Plus, a woman reported missing with her children now found and behind bars. The charges she's facing next on News 12 now at 6.
Tonight, a man in Lenoir County faces multiple charges after a shooting on Saturday.
Kenston police say 20-year-old Cyreek Evans is charged with first-degree murder and other charges. Officers say the shooting happened near George Avenue and Dixon Street around 11 o'clock at night. They say the victim's car was shot 9 times. Evans is now charged with malicious assault, shooting a gun into a car, and assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill. To see a full list of his charges, visit our website.
And in Beaufort County, Carlos Lugo Garcia is now serving at least 18 years in prison for drug trafficking. County officials say they began investigating him last year, and during the investigation, they say there were multiple undercover purchases. Lugo Garcia pled guilty to trafficking fentanyl. Investigators say he sold about 8,500 pills. The Beaufort County District Attorney says nothing causes more deaths in our communities than fentanyl.
A woman reported missing with her children is now charged with child abuse. The 3 were reported missing from Carteret County. Craven County authorities say officials found Victoria Wells and her kids yesterday in Cove City. They responded to a report about a suspicious vehicle. They contacted the Department of Social Services, and after a round of interviews, they contacted the children's father. He came from South Carolina and took custody of them. Tonight, Wells is charged with 2 counts of child abuse. She's at the Craven County Jail. And in Carteret County, 61-year-old Blair Hayes is charged with involuntary manslaughter. According to the Sheriff's Department, he left 47-year-old Emma Teague alone in a camper without heat. This happened during freezing temperatures in February. Medical reports show Teague died on March 4th. Her cause of death is listed as liver disease, worsened by hypothermia. Hayes is now held on $100,000 bond.
Happening soon in Jacksonville, police will answer community questions. Officers will gather in front of the community center at Sandy Run Apartments at 6:45. They will answer your questions. It's an opportunity to get to know who is on the force.
Praying for first responders. Tomorrow, Reverend Dr. Rodney Cole Sr. and members of the interfaith clergy will pray for paramedics, firefighters, and law enforcement. Speakers will include the Pitt and Martin County Sheriffs, the Greenville Police Chief, and the Greenville Fire Chief. Pastor Cole says they've been hosting the blessing of the badges for 7 years. It all starts at 12:15 tomorrow at First Christian Church. That's on East 14th Street in Greenville. Lunch will be served after the prayer. To learn more about the event, you can watch my full interview on the WCTI News 12 YouTube channel. Scan the QR code on your screen to visit the In Your Community playlist.
A new plaque stands tall at the Lejeune Memorial Gardens tonight, honoring the HMM 162 Marines. These are the pilots of Beirut at Quantico and lists the names of the HMM Marines who returned and those who did not. This morning, members of the Beirut Advisory Committee installed a 2025 time capsule inside the frame filled with items from the 40th Beirut observance. Richlands High School teacher Daryl Jones and 2 of his masonry students installed the new plaque.
In New Bern, you can attend a public meeting where you can learn about a bond referendum for citywide improvements. The meeting is happening right now at the Taberna Country Club from 4 to 7. It's an event designed to inform people about the 2025 bond referendum. In October, registered voters will vote on the $24 million referendum. It includes street improvements, parks and recreation updates, and stormwater projects. The public meeting is open to anyone living in New Bern. You don't have to be there and stay for the entire meeting.
Well, this afternoon, not near the rain we've been seeing the past couple of days, although we do have some lightning back near Raleigh. Plus, I'm checking the tropics, and we'll have the update on Aaron coming up in a couple of minutes. We are tracking Aaron out in the middle of the Atlantic, and you can see spinning right here with 50-mile-per-hour winds as of the 5 o'clock update. It's moving to the west at 17. That's still taking it toward the northern part of the Lesser Antilles or the northern Leeward Islands. But we start to expect this to move more to the north of the islands. But again, we'll be fine-tuning that over the next couple of days. Here's what we're looking at as far as the track is concerned. Becoming a hurricane Thursday into Friday as it heads toward the islands, but you can see the projection is for this to start to make that turn to the north and stay north of the islands, although making a fairly close pass. So if you have friends that are vacationing in these spots, you might make sure that they know to keep an eye on this storm. Up to a Category 2 to start the weekend. Potentially a major hurricane as we get into Sunday, turning into Monday and heading off to the north. But again, this turn, that's something we want to keep an eye on when it gets this close to our coast. We want to make double sure that all of the tracks and information coming in continue to make that turn. So just make sure that you stay on top of this system as we head through the rest of the week into the weekend. From there, I'm going to take you out into the Caribbean, and you can see that this area right in here has been worked over a little bit by this low pressure system, or this wave, if you will, making its way into the Yucatan. That's going to head back out over the Bay of Campeche and the Gulf, and that will eventually make its way inland into Mexico, and that will diminish any chances of development. It's being held at about a 10% chance at this point. Look at most of the showers, light green pushing off, quite a bit of areas without the coverage of rain. That's a big change from the past couple of days, and that has certainly been nice. We do have this one area in the northern parts of Hyde County, another area you can see making your way from Aurora over toward lowland Hoboken, and then out over the Sound, and also near Vanceboro. And the bigger picture shows some of the heavier rain and storms actually back just south of Raleigh, but it's mainly isolated as well. For the rest of tonight, we'll continue with that southerly flow that will keep us warm and moist over night. That could bring some fog tomorrow morning. And you can see the temperatures in the mid 70s for tonight. And that's area wide with some patchy fog out there. That fog we're talking about, you can see by about 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to build into our southern areas. And about 7 or 8 o'clock, that should be just about it. And it should move on out. And We'll go back to a partly cloudy start to the day tomorrow. You can see a few clouds starting to build back in by the time we get to midday or mid-afternoon. Here comes the rain back in for tomorrow that will make its way across into dinner time and later in the evening. And by the way, those temperatures tomorrow getting closer to normal, 88 the normal high. We're going to be near that for tomorrow. And we've been below normal for a couple of days. It's been kind of nice, still humid though. Tomorrow, warm and humid and a southwest wind at about 5 to 10 over the next 7 days. 87 tomorrow, 86 on Friday, and then we start to get back to near that 90-degree mark. Rain chances go down on Saturday to 20%. Looks like mainly sunshine Sunday through midweek.
That sounds great, Donnie, especially the sunshine part. A new autism therapy center in New Bern will host a grand opening this week. The ACES ABA Center is on Trent Road, right across from Beartown Cinema. It opened a year ago, and the staff will hold a ribbon-cutting ceremony Friday. The community is invited to tour the center from 3 to 5. The center's coordinator tells us they offer autism applied behavior analysis, which is known simply as ABA. She says they started in California, and this is their first clinic on the East Coast. Services are available to both children and adults.
Fighting human trafficking, the inaugural Fairway to Freedom golf tournament will tee off in Beaufort County this weekend. The nonprofit NC Stop Human Trafficking will host the tournament on Saturday at the Washington Yacht and Country Club. The organization works to educate the community and law enforcement about human trafficking and also fights misinformation.
North Carolina is actually number 9. It's the second year in a row that we are in the top 10 for human trafficking in the United States. That is here. It is, it's not the misconception. It's a border problem. It is not. It's right here.
The tournament includes a one-day 18-hole event, 4-person Super Bowl, and more. The cost is $300 per team, and cash prizes will be awarded. To learn more, just visit WCTI12.com.
Coming up next in Sports with Schwartz, Southwest Onslow men's basketball has a new head coach.
Plus, the Coastal Plains Conference held their 2025 Media Day in Chocowinity. We have details and more next.
Well, I wish I was standing here telling you guys that on Friday in just 2 days we'd have our first high school football game. That's not the case. It's going to be next week, but we are getting closer. We have scrimmages here in Chocowinity at Southside High School. Not only are the Seahawks here, but they've got a few conference opponents from the Coastal Plains, along with some new teams, even far out as Manio. 7 other squads here competing, getting that first action, trying to see what they are looking good at and also some things they need to fix before August 22nd. Now, while we're here in Chocowinity, let's roll back the tape at what happened earlier just across the parking lot inside the cafeteria, where it was the Coastal Plains Conference Media Day. All 6 teams were there. There's Keith Boyd, along with new first head coach of Lejeune, Mr. Sam Massou, and Coach Quinterly in his first season leading the Seahawks. Some familiar faces. Bobby Griffin returns, offensive coordinator for Jones County. There you see they have the 6 teams preseason poll. East Carter at the top, Jones Senior at the bottom, but it was a great way for all the head coaches to come together, share a little bit about their program, and this is a time where all of them get to see that even though they're going to be enemies on the field when conference play starts, it is a great time to be friends, and these guys all know that they're putting in the same work, the same effort, and a great way to have a Sprite, a Coke, and no food, but hey, a couple drinks are good and some laughs as well, as the coaches were all enjoying it, and we got to catch up with all 6 of them, but let's show you the 2 new head coaches in Quinterly and Massou on how excited they are for the season ahead.
It means a lot, like I said, I've coached for nearly 30 years, and first opportunity to be a head coach, and I'm very honored to be here and being in such a great conference, and I'm just looking forward to a good season.
I graduated actually from Lejeune High School in 1988, a long time ago, and so it's an honor for me to be the head coach of the program that helped make me the man I am now. And so
Back to the scrimmage. One of the teams at tonight's scrimmage is Dixon High School, who will trot out their single wing again this year under head coach Kelly Davis. They return 8 kids on offense, 7 on defense, coming off a 2-8 season. Just have to learn how to win.
We've put the kids in the summer a lot of competing and trying to get that, how to get over that hump and, win that close game, hold on, score at the end, whatever it takes. But we're really excited about it. We got a really good group of seniors this year, and they're hungry.
They open their season against Top. So let's go to the basketball court where Southwest Onslow has a new men's head coach. It's former Stallion star Brandon Monk. He is the newest alum to return to the Corral, joining new football coach Zach Garvey. Monk was a basketball star who graduated from Southwest in 2012, played college basketball at Methodist, and the 31-year-old is happy to be back home.
It just felt like it was aligning. God was lining up something special for me, and I'm so happy to be home. I'm confident, I'm ready. I've had a lot of good basketball experience, so I know I'm young, but I know it comes with a lot of responsibility, but I believe I'm ready for it.
He graduated in 2008, so they are keeping it all in the family in Southwest Onslow. And former ECU star Gavin Williams will make his first start since he came within 2 outs of throwing a no-hitter. Big Gav will take on former ECU star Clayton McCullough's Miami Marlins today, 6:40 first pitch. And the Down East Bird Dogs are going to be at a 4-1 drop decision in Brockton. They'll try again tonight in the Fighting City for a 7 p.m. start. More highlights from the guys behind me. We'll have those for you tonight, 10-11. For News 12, I'm Luke Schwartz. That's tonight's edition of Sports for Schwartz.
And it looks like the rain chances move back in tomorrow.
All right, keep the umbrellas.
Nice break
Yes,
today.
and all the sunshine after.